championship, something like that. Anyway, it's in about 2.5 weeks now, actually. I just finished up my second week of the new program that I'm doing. And today was P90X, hence the shirt. I decided to break it out today, kind of represent Tony Horton, the program I'm doing. And today was shoulders and arms. I'm feeling really swollen right now, to say the least. Again, I kind of said this in my review last time, which was yesterday, I guess. Last week, I took my sheets to the gym with me. And so I kind of went at my timing, and there was a couple of things that I had to switch around just because that's what I did. So today was actually the first time to do it at this pace and in this order. And again, kind of like yesterday's routine, I'd said your pace makes a huge difference. I didn't notice a whole lot of difference as far as how much weight I could put up, but I can tell the difference in how fatigued my muscles feel. Now I will say this, I feel really good today. Yesterday I took 500 milligrams of green tea and 200 milligrams of caffeine before I came in to work out. And I thought I had taken a pre-workout with no additional caffeine in it, and I was wrong, so it made me feel kind of bleh. Today, I did not take the green tea and the caffeine. I'm going to take it in just a minute. But I just did the pre-workout today because it does have the nitrous in it, so it helps to fill your muscles out, helps to pump a little bit better. And I can feel the difference of when I use one with the nitrous in it and when I don't. I prefer the workout that has a little bit of it to where you can get that additional pump. I could see my veins going as I was doing it, so that always makes you feel like all beastie. But anyway, I'm going to put the entire workout up today. I won't show every single rep, but I'm going to show every single set that I did. But it just starts out like this. I skipped the warm-up, otherwise it's like a 77-minute routine, and ain't nobody got time for that. So I just skip through it and I go straight to the workout. I do like a little mini warm-up, and that was good. So what I started out doing was alternating shoulder presses. I did 15 reps with 20-pound weights. I did in and out bicep curls, 8 reps with 15-pound weights. Tricep 2-arm kickbacks. Now that one's a tricky one for you. You have to kind of play with your weight because when you do it, you're going to go, your hands are going to face this way as you kick back. You're kind of like this, and then you're going to flip them into a reverse grip and then go back out. So one way is going to be easier for you depending on where your strength is. So I went ahead and I did 12 reps with 15 pounds. So I actually went up, last week when I did this, I did 15 reps with 12 and a half. So I just lowered my reps and weight, went up in my weight because I want to go for more of a volume. Then I do lightweight cut. That makes sense. So Tony tells you pick what you prefer. So if you just want nice long lean lines, do a lightweight high reps. If you want to try to put on muscle mass, then you're going to do lower reps, heavier weights. Anyway, so that's kind of to give you an idea. I then went into shoulder presses, and you alternate them, so it's only one at a time. The problem that I find with this, I did 15 reps with 20-pound weights. But when you stand up to do them, it's a little bit harder because I naturally have a pretty big arch in my back, and so when I'm standing up, I have a tendency to want to put my chest up and arch a little bit. And when doing that, it's working more of like the front and even into the rear delts to help push it. So you're not using the part of your shoulder that you should be using, which is more of your posterior part of your shoulders. So I don't know, part of me says I think I'd rather sit down in a bench that has a flat back so that way I can make sure I keep flat back. And then I can also go up on my weights because normally when I do this, I'm doing 35s pretty easy with dumbbells on my shoulder presses, which is what I did last week. But I couldn't do it this week because I was having a lower back strain, so I had to go lighter. Again, it's up to you on what you want to do. I know Tony's theory behind it is he tries to do everything to where you don't need a lot of equipment other than dumbbells. But again, I think to get the most out of that movement, it would just make more sense just to sit in a bench, straight up, and then do it. And then after that, I went into biceps, in and out bicep curls. So again, that's going to be just a straight up bicep curl this way, and then immediately go into a bicep curl to the out. You want to keep your elbow locked into your side so that way they're not flaring. If you have a little bit of flare, that's okay, but try not to have a whole lot of flare. Try to control it. And if you need to, go down on your weight a little bit so that you can really concentrate on that movement. On those, again, I was doing 15 reps with 20-pound weights. And then again, it's just kind of like you're just going back and you're repeating everything again. So then it goes back to the alternating shoulder presses, in and out bicep curls, and then the 2-arm tricep kickbacks. So you're going to do 3 moves, and then you repeat it again, and then you have a little bitty 30-second break in between where you're supposed to do like ballistic stretches. There's really not a whole lot of time to do a ballistic stretch there, so just kind of shake it out, get a drink of water, and then get ready to go again. The next section that you do is going to be, again, the shoulder, bicep, tricep. So you're doing deep swimmer presses, concentration curls, and then chair dips. So on the deep swimmer presses, I did 8 reps with 20-pound weights. Again, because you're doing a full, you want to let your arm go all the way down, control the curl up, and then go straight into the press. Come down, controlling it, don't let it flounder around and stuff like that. So that's what you're going to do. Again, I did 8 reps with 20-pound weight. Then I did biceps. On those, I did 8 reps with 20-pound weights. Again, these are concentration curls, so you don't have any leeway to cheat there. And by now, your biceps should already be feeling it pretty good, so that was plenty. Last week, I did 12 reps with 15-pound weights. So again, I just lowered my reps and went up in the weight because that's what I prefer. Chair dips sucked, man. I don't really have a chair here, and I have 2 benches, but I didn't want to pull a bench over, so I just used my little step ladder, and it was a waste of an exercise, to be honest with you. Not really getting anything out of it, so I didn't do the second set. I tried to do it the first time, and I would just raise one leg, and then I would do like 5 or 6, and then raise the other leg and do like 5 or 6 to make it a little bit more intense. But I should have just gotten a stupid bench and moved it over here and quit being lazy, and I didn't do that. And then again, you repeat the circuit, so I used the same thing on those. So again, it was the deep swimmer press, concentration curls, and then chair dips. 30-second ballistic break. And then your next round is going to be, again, it's going to be shoulder, bicep, tricep of a repeat of the first 3. So it's going to be upright rows. So there's so many different things about upright rows. There's some people that tell you to only go to here. That way you can feel it more into the lower part of your shoulder to where you can get more of a cut here. Which my shoulders, that's actually where I'm lacking. I see a lot of girls, because I've been doing a lot of like snooping to see what other figure girls look like and where I kind of stand compared to them. And my body is so different from most of the figure girls that I see, especially at national level shows. I'm not a national level position at all right now, and I know that. I have a long way to go, so maybe next year, hopefully I'll be able to compete at a national level, because that'll give me 2 full years of really hard weight training to get more mass on. Because I really never weight trained like this before, until last year. So I'm still kind of a newbie. I've always done the Beachbody programs and stuff, but again, they're really not made, too many of them really aren't made for muscle mass. They're more for like cardio, lean, beach body, surfboard bodies. So anyway, maybe next year, but where I was going with that is I noticed that some of them, most of them, have really nice cuts here, and I just don't have that at all. Mine's just a nice little round, and then it goes round right back into the bicep, but I don't have that. When they go to make their pose, you can see right here, I'm starting to get it, more the front delt that extends down, but I don't have it quite yet. And again, I think a lot of that is going to have to do with just time. But he has you do where I've been doing mine, I'll use a straight bar when I have been doing my upright rows, and I'll do a wide grip. So when I come up, it's really concentrating more on this muscle, not so much in your traps. The closer your hands are here, the more of your trap's going to work, and I don't want that. I've really been trying to isolate the shoulder. So I don't know how I feel about the upright rows. I will probably go back to my way of doing it with a straight bar, wide grip, just because I know that that's a weak part for me. I have nice traps. I don't really want to get them bigger until I can get my delts formed a little bit more how I want them. Otherwise, I just won't look symmetric. But that's something I have to work on. But anyway, he has you doing where you keep in front, you come up, and he wants high elbows. So you want to try to get your elbows up as high as you can. I went too light here. I was thinking something else, and it was not right. So on the upright rows, I did 12 reps with 20-pound weights, which is what I did last week, and I really wish I had just grabbed some 35s or even 30s, because when you're doing it like this, it's easier than the wide. And like I said, I'm used to doing the wides. And that's, you can't pull as much weight, of course, doing that. So next time, if I do it with the dumbbells, I'll go up in weight. If I stick with the bars, I won't. So we'll see how it goes next week. Also, it depends. Next week I'll be in California at Disney, so that all depends on what their gym looks like too, or what I can do. Anyway, so then after you do the upright rows, you go into static arm curls. A static arm curl is when he'll have you hold a weight here, and you do 4 full bicep curls with the opposite hand, and after you hit your 4th, you go halfway down, hold it, and then you go into your next bicep on the other side. So you do 4, and then 4, and then 4, and then 4. Again, on those, I think I went a little bit too light, but I don't know that I'm ready for 20s. I wish I had like 18s. I don't know, because you can't really go less than 4. I guess you could, but 15s were too light, but I don't know that I could do all of them at 20s. Maybe next week I try to do as many as I can with 20, at least the first round, and then the second round go back to 15s. The last move that you're doing is the tricep. So again, it's the flip, grip, twist, tricep, kick, back. I did 8 reps with 15-pound weights. I went up there. Last week I did 8 reps using 12 and a half, and it was too light. I used 15s this time, and I felt really good with it. I felt like my form was okay. The only thing that I do notice that I struggle with is when I go back, I kind of go like, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but I kind of almost like flare my arms. I don't know how to keep I need to concentrate more on keeping, when I do it standing up, I can keep my arm in, but for some reason when I bend over, my arm tends to want to go out. This tricep, it's obviously stronger than this tricep because this arm doesn't do it, it's just this one. I don't know, it's overworking. Then you repeat that circuit again, take a 30-second ballistic break, and then you go into your last actual circuit, so to speak of. And so this one again, same with the same thing, shoulder, bicep, tricep. So you're doing seated 2 angled shoulder flies. Last week I did 8 reps with 10-pound weights. This time I did 8 reps with 12-pound weights. So again, I just lowered my reps and went up in weight a little bit. That one's hard. I probably should have stuck with my 10s and just really concentrated on my form a little bit more, because I did notice my form got a little bit off as I was getting tired, especially in the second round through. So I need to do that, because I'd rather have the full stripped motion than any kind of like sloppy form. It'll make your muscle look better in the long run, and I need to remember that. Crouching Cohen curls. I went up in reps, but I didn't go up in weights. So I did 15 reps with 15-pound weights. And that was so simple, I needed to go up. I think last week I must have done them wrong. For some reason, when I was thinking of the crouching Cohen curls, I was thinking, is the curl like this, on the inside of your leg, one at a time, when in reality, again, I should have looked at my video, it's been so long. You actually put your elbow onto your knee, you'll feel where it just kind of sits there, and then you curl them in. So it's almost like doing a preacher curl movement, because it just really makes your arms stay at that one position, and there's no cheating that you can do. Then I went and did the last move that you do is for your tricep, lying down tricep extensions. Last week again, I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking these were the ones where you have to lay down and then push yourself up, and it's not. It's basically just skull crushers laying on the ground, because again, he's trying to make it to where you can work out at your home without bench and stuff, but next time I'm just going to use my bench and do skull crushers that way. I used 15-pound weights, and I did 15 reps. the first round. The second round that I did them, I went up and I used 20-pound weights. And that felt a lot better for me. I could really, the last couple reps, I really struggled getting them up. So that's how I know I picked the right weight. And then again, he has you repeat it. I didn't do anything different the second round through than what I did the first round. Like I said, except for the lying down tricep extensions, I did 12 reps with 20-pound weight instead of doing 15 reps with 15-pound weight. So I just went down a little bit in my reps and went up in my weight. And then he has you do like a little 30-second break, and then you get to do what's called a bonus round. The bonus round, again, is just basically just like we've been doing a shoulder, bicep, tricep, shoulder, bicep, tricep. So he has you do in and out straight shoulder flies. So last week I used a 10-pound weight, and I did 8 reps. This time I did 8 reps with 8-pound weights. The first round through, the second round through, I went up and I did 10 reps with 10-pound weights. So I obviously picked the wrong weight the first round. The second one that you do is the condom curl, condom. Congdon. I don't know why I want to say condom. That's horrific, Casey. Stop. Okay, anyway. On those, I did 8 reps with 20-pound weights. I felt good with it. Stuck with that for the second round. And then the one that I really don't like is that side tri rise, which is the one I thought was the first one. And again, it's just where you lay on the ground and you use your tricep to push yourself up. To me, personally, I hate that move. I think that I get a better move if I just do an overhead tricep extension, which is what I did last week at the gym. And I will do that again next time because, again, I absolutely hate that move. I hated the move when I did this program 5 years ago, 6 years, 7 years, gosh, 8 years now, I guess. 8 years ago when I did this program the very first time. Hated it then, hate it now. I'll scratch it. Anyways, for shoulders and arms, I feel amazing. I feel great. I feel like I got a great pump. Can't say anything else about it. Next week, like I said, I will be in California on vacation, so I'll bring you along for that so you can see the workouts. Phillip will hopefully be doing all the workouts with me because he'll need to be working out too, so that'll be fun to have him with us. And then tomorrow, legs. I think it's Build Legs by Body Beast is what I have tomorrow. So anyway, thanks for following, guys. I'm feeling good. Oh, huge scale victory. I measured myself this morning, and I'm down to 128. So the weight is still going in the right direction. So I feel really good about that. That's 2 pounds down from where I was when I weighed in on Friday. So we're doing really good for this week. Hopefully we keep it up. I've been staying strict with the diet, so we'll see where we go. See y'all tomorrow.